Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Connections with me, Kenyatta Collins. Thanks for joining me on today. You know I always enjoy when you catch a dose of connections. Keep that same energy in the new year because Connection has some pretty exciting things in store for you, my connectors. As we are winding down the year, welcoming 2020 with open arms, on tonight's final episode of the year, we stopped by a local business to gain insight on a trend that's become very popular and more accepting over the decades. Plus, see my full story on how one woman was able to turn a life-defying moment into words that have captured the hearts of many. Stick around because I have this and much more when we return from this break. You're watching Connections with Kenyatta Collins.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gerard Robinson Sr., pastor of the McEwen Baptist Church, and I want to invite you and your family to join the McEwen family in our worship experience. We have a number of ministries and outreach programs that's sure to strengthen your walk with Christ. I'm asking you to take the next step in your walk with Christ by joining us at the McEwen Baptist Church. We look forward to seeing you there.
With the rise of racism and peace being taken from the world, it leaves a person to wonder, what's going on in the world? Sadly, these things are not going away. Read The Dog Whistleblower to find the link between racism and the coming Armageddon.
The trend of tattoos and piercings have endured many years of intense scrutiny, but in recent years, the idea of body art seems to be more acceptable. We delved into the culture of this form of expression. Take a look. I've always considered getting a tattoo or piercing to be a big deal. Surprisingly, many people don't give it that much thought.
10, 20 years ago, you got the people that are really dedicated to, getting tattoos compared to now where just everybody want them because everybody got them.
The culture of tattoos has been in existence for many years, spanning across many lands and civilizations. It's a form of expression that over the years grew to be more tailored to the individual.
The artwork compared to then and now, most of it was duplicates. People would come in, look through a book, look on the wall, look at the flash. That's what we call the designs that we put in the wall. In the book, flash, pick a design, and they get that. Now, with the artists, it's more original, more creative. They actually create something specific for you now. They still got some shops you could just walk in and pick something off the wall or Google or Pinterest, but I say about 80% of the artists now want to do something original, want to do something new.
A trend that once carried a negative stigma in society now seems more accepted in everyday corporate America.
I graduated college in 95, 96. It was hard. You couldn't just walk into a business no matter, what level you were on. I walked into a business with a degree and couldn't get hired because they was like, hey, you got tattoos, or even that, hey, you got dreads. Compared to now where it's more lenient, they're not making you wear long sleeves in the summertime because of the Mickey Mouse tattoo you got on your wrist, so it's changed. People become more lenient to it, I say, and more accepting.
Piercings are another popular form of body modifications that has been around.
Right now, the most common piercings is the nose and the belly button. A lot of people get their nose pierced because it is trend, their friends got it, or they always wanted it.
Like the trend in tattoos, there are times that a piercing can aid in the existence of a medical condition.
Some people get it for the medical use of it, like the date that's in the ear, that's for migraines. Piercings is a part of acupuncture.
I myself was astonished to find out that there is a piercing that helps with weight loss.
It's actually staples, and it's close to the date. It's only temporary. You keep it in for 3 months and then you take it out. And then they say you can lose up to 10 to 20 pounds for it.
From being viewed as an ancient art form to a rebellious taboo sense of expression, Tattoos and piercings are definitely here to stay.
We have trends. It's a trend. Like you said, the key word is trends. Not a trend everybody want to get is the feather with the birds coming off of it. That one, or the infinity symbol, which you have, or the cross on there. And like
when you're tattooing, you get to a person may want a scenery that means a whole lot to them. So it's like your challenge is to copy that scenery exactly the way you see it, exactly from your eyes, or to make that person believe that they're always in that setting that they miss so much, or whatever the case may be. So I think realism is where everybody's going to be going, or where the masses is going to be going.
the stigma of that dark-skinned people can't get color. I've done color on darker-skinned people. Ask well yourself, some of your complexion. I've done it, and if you want to show them, hey, go show that artist. Say you couldn't get color and go show exactly how much I color bombed you. That is not necessarily true. I want to see us people or darker skinned people with melanin skin to show that you can get darker coloring tattoos. That's a big misconception in this tattooing industry. A lot of times you have artists who say that dark people can't get tattooed because they wasn't trained to do it properly. I will say if you're not comfortable, find a mentor or what have you and watch. It can be done. I've done it a number of times. Some other cohorts have done it. So.
For Connections, I'm Kenyatta M. Collins.
Are you suffering from substance abuse? Has your addiction taken over your life and left you defeated? Don't give up hope. The New Hope Outpatient Substance Clinic can help you achieve abstinence from addiction. Call 225-926-7911 today and begin your journey towards a better life.
It's a new year. Are you looking for a church home? A church that will be welcoming to you and to your family, to your children? A church that is interested in meeting the needs of people? I'm Fred Jeff Smith, pastor of Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, and I'm inviting you to come and share with us. Come check us out. You'll be glad that you did. Every Christian church to do the work of Jesus Christ.
There are many churches around the city, but this one historical church has been a pillar of hope within our community for multiple years.
Shiloh has been an intricate part of the community for more than 100 years. And so we pride ourselves in making a difference here in the Baton Rouge community and beyond.
The goal of Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, and as far as I'm concerned, the goal of every Christian church is found in Scripture. Evangelize the lost, disciple the saved, minister to the needs of hurting people.
A great portion of the African American community has prospered due to the efforts of Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church.
We have big programs like the Brother and Sisterhood Feed the Homeless, second Saturday of every month. When we started the program, there were about 70 plates that they served on that particular Saturday. Now some Saturdays it's 200 when they go, and so it makes a considerable difference. We have a early learning academy that is primarily designed to give a good quality educational product at a low cost. We're probably one of the least expensive daycare centers in the city, but we provide a good product for those babies, and we love on the babies, and we have students here from 6 weeks to first grade, and we have some dedicated teachers, knowledgeable teachers, and again, it's another way for Shiloh to make a difference in the community.
Scholarships is a big part of what we do, and we do the scholarships that's provided by the church, but we also have members and families that provide scholarships to other people as well. And then, of course, for a number of years, we provided the Duma Scholarship that actually goes to people who are paying particular attention to the diversity within our community. That we provide one for an African American student, for a Caucasian student, another race. And I think that sends a message. I'm really excited about the fact that as we're planning on looking forward and trying to see how we can build the efforts of the foundation, because we've normally given over $50,000 a year just in scholarships to people within our community. But now some of them have begun to give back, not just by what they've gone out in the world and done, but also by making contributions because of the benefit that they had in a time that they really needed it.
Shiloh employs some 60 people. If you include the daycare, the early learning center, if you include the bargain center, and if you include the regular church staff that we have here, Shiloh employs some 60 people. And I dare say, and I stand to be corrected if someone can correct me, there's not a black business in the city of Baton Rouge that employs more people than Shiloh does. And that employment is important because it's not just something that you can boast about, well, we have 60 employees. It means that we are investing in 60 different families' lives. We're putting food on their tables. We're allowing them to pay their bills. We're allowing them to educate their children through the fact that they are employed here, not handouts. They work here. And Shiloh provides them an opportunity to express their talents and their gifts through the labor that they put forth here at the church. And I think that it's a wonderful thing, and probably one of the things about Shiloh that is not widely publicized in the community is what an impact we have on the African American community just through employment.
A place where many gather to worship, Shiloh was not just a church with open arms, but a church that understands how busy life can be. They continue to embrace technology with hopes of furthering their outreach efforts.
We try to use technology as best we can. We live stream our worship experiences. We have 2 television broadcasts. We use social media. We have a podcast. We're on radio on a weekly basis. We do a good job as far as media is concerned. But evangelism is primarily a one-on-one personal contact thing.
Shiloh's rich history and presence within the community is how this church continues to build a foundation for the future.
As we try and grow and help our community understand that we're not here just to provide the mission piece of it. We need to think a little bigger than that. We need to be a part of the footprint for this community. So we wanted to not only be consumers, we wanted to be part of the development team. And we are, along with other partners. And it's a very diverse team that I'm very proud of being, that we are partner in that, in the development of that site. So right now there's just a part of the site that's developed, but when it's finished, it should be a development that's worth more than $20 million. And for years to come, Shiloh will have the benefit of being part of the ownership of and the development of that particular piece.
The anchor for this church is service. It is holistic ministry. It is what has made this church the blue ribbon church of this community. And I say that without any arrogance on my part, but I just know what the church has done. I know what the church is doing. But I also know what the church has the potential to do. And we still have to reach that potential.
For Connections, I'm Kenyatta Collins.
Hello everyone, I'm Brandon Griffin, aka Mr. Grip.
I'm Bentley, the Hip Hop Barber Pole.
The Hip Hop Barbershop offers the best haircuts.
We service ladies too, Grip.
Ladies, we can do your eyebrows and your cut as well.
We welcome walk-ins, but tell them about the online booking.
That's right, you can book an appointment online as well, or give us a call at 225-252-7773.
We know the flavor, neighbor.
Staff and faculty treated my kids like they were their own.
Shiloh is a place where, you know, your kids can come and be themselves.
The staff is very open to things that the parents have to say.
To enroll your child in Shiloh's Early Learning Academy, call 225-343-4734.
I couldn't have asked for a better realtor. Well, I was sitting by the pool at my sister's house with my cousin and my sister, and I said, okay, I think I'm gonna get ready to buy a house. And she said, oh, just make sure you use Mr. Dopart. Never rushed, never rushed. Always offered, you know, always asked me if I wanted to see it again, or I'd ask him, well, let's look through this area of the house, and he'd take his time and let us go look through the different areas of the houses. But yeah, never rushed. He started work and he told me exactly what would happen when. I don't know how many lines this paper contract had on it, but Mr. Dopart went through every single line. This is my first home, and he went through every single line in detail and answered all the questions I had. So I was just really, really grateful that he took that time. And it didn't matter how late it was. You know, if he said, if I can answer any questions for you, you have my number, call me. So the process was scary in the beginning, but you know, pretty quick he put me at ease, saying, I'm gonna walk you through each stage, each step of the way. I still can't believe how smoothly it went. Absolutely, I would recommend Mr. Dopart for anybody who's thinking about buying a home or ready to buy a home.
Taking lemons and making lemonade. But don't get it twisted. There is nothing sour about this next story. All smiles and sweet vibes. Life is filled with many twists and turns, but this survivor used her own personal tragedy to create a blueprint of healing for others. Meet Miranda Queen, author of You Are Not the Father, How to Heal Past the Pain. Miranda drew inspiration for the book from a series of dramatic events that occurred in her personal life.
From January of 2018, it was shortly after New Year's when my dad called to wish me a Happy New Year, like normal every year, but this particular year was different.
Different indeed. Little did Miranda know that her world was about to be turned upside down.
He told me that he had been carrying something for a while and he wanted to share it with me. But he wasn't sure how I was going to react and how I was going to feel about him and my mother once he told me. And I assured him that there was nothing that he could tell me that would stop me from loving them. And he began to tell me a story of back in high school with him and my mom.
And from that story came an opportunity for Miranda Queen to help people by sharing her testimony.
Honestly, what caused me to write the book was there were so many people who were hurt. And I had gotten a revelation that this was simply a part of my story. It was already written before I was born, and that it wasn't a painful situation. This was an opportunity to bridge so many families together and to also give a platform and a map of what healing looks like. The writing process actually was therapeutic for me because I was able to use all of the resources and everything that I had learned with how to deal with something like this. I was able to use that and express it in the writing and to help others. I realized that at a certain point I was healed, but others were not. But then I realized they didn't have the resources that I had. You know, I'm a veteran, so, you know, being a veteran, I had different resources like counseling that was available for me. And so, you know, with healing comes counseling. It's not just I'm sorry, you know, it's just not the forgiving step. But I thought I knew what forgiveness looked like until this happened, and I learned so much about that.
Learning to forgive can be difficult. Fortunately, this book can serve as a guide to help readers do just that.
The book was to reach millions of people. I'm here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but there's someone in California or Florida or Georgia, you know, in other states that may be experiencing what I'm experiencing, and they don't know me personally to hear my story. So the book is a way to reach everyone and not just us here locally.
When was the last time you picked up a good book that talked about betrayal, forgiveness, and how to heal past the pain?
We still have some healing to do with some family members. You know, healing, it's a process. You know, when they say time heals everything, that's true. It's a process. So no, and then there's so many people who's out there who may have a similar situation that they're going through, and they haven't read the book yet. So this is just the beginning. This is the beginning.
For anyone interested in purchasing a copy of this great read, here's where you can find it.
They can purchase the book from Amazon as well as Barnes & Nobles. Online, there's a Kindle version as well, and they can also purchase the book by visiting my website, healingpastthepain.com.
When asked about writing another book, Miranda replied,
I'm already on it.
Oh,
okay. I'm already on it. So, you know, in life, everything we go through is a testimony, and it's to help someone else. And I've been through a lot, and I know that everything I've been through was to help someone else, because God wouldn't have allowed me to experience it if I couldn't bear it. And so I have, you know, more about me that I'm going to be writing about.
For Connections, I'm Kenyatta M. Collins.
I'm Amanda A. Taylor, owner and operator of Envisions Company and Publishing, LLC. Envisions Company and Publishing is a visionary company that helps dreams become more tangible and attainable. Here at Envisions, we have an array of services, and some of the services that we offer are mentoring, consulting, and writing. And one of our main focus of services is helping those to become an author. If you are an aspiring writer, such as a musician or a minister, or just someone who wants their works published, here in Envisions, we are here to help you. And what we also do, we also have one-on-one consultations. We start you from the beginning and guide you to the end. With Envisions Company, we also help those who want to improve their writing. We have essay writing. We also have public speaking skills, as well as life skills. And in those variety of areas, those are all improvement areas where Envision Company helps those who are looking for more and seeking for more. Envisions Company also helps those aspiring authors to make sure they get their work copyrighted and understand the process of becoming an author and a publisher as well. And once again, I am Amanda A. Taylor, owner and operator of Envisions Company and Publishing, LLC, and I would like to thank you for your time.
To sell or purchase a home is a big deal, and big deals require the best.
I've recommended Mr. Dopart to friends and family, and they've used him. And look, I'm ready to use him again.
And I knew from the first minute we spoke, this was going to work.
Mr. Dopart provided me 2 main contractors, and in addition to that, I had some selection from a couple of different contractors to find the right contractor to work on the project that we needed at my house.
Through his years of experience, Joseph Dopart uses many innovative techniques to make sure his clients are supremely satisfied. Backed by international market leader and real estate Coldwell banker, Joseph Dopart is the only name you need to know when it comes to selling or purchasing a home in the Baton Rouge area.
Hello, I'm Pastor Leo D. Cyrus, inviting you to share with us in our worship service. New Hope continues to do God's work in our community through weekly worship services and Bible studies. Our ministry has several outreach programs that serve the people of our community. Come be a part of our church family. We'd love to have you.
And just like that, we've come to a close. It's been one hell of a ride with you this year. But until next year, next week that is, have a happy new year. And remember, Connections all 2020. MGE forever.